Alright, so first you mastered the right side of the piano with the treble clef, and now you know how to read any note in the treble clef. And then we mastered the left side of the piano, which is all the bass clef stuff. So we mastered both halves and we're done. Except we have no idea when we're supposed to play the notes unless we've already heard the song before. Then we could look at the notes and tell what the letter's supposed to be, and we could play the letters and just use the rhythm in our head. But if you've never heard the song before, you don't have a rhythm in your head. And that's where we need these things. So, as you already know, where the note is placed on the lines and spaces of the treble clef or the bass clef is going to tell you which letter to play, and then the type of note that it is, or what it looks like, the appearance of that dot, is going to tell us how long to hold each of those notes. So if you see a note that is just a hole, it's just a circle on the page, nothing else, that's called a whole note, and it's going to take up a whole measure, which is 4 counts, because we usually count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is why in all like the commercials in the movie and the movies and stuff, all the drummers like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the band plays. That's one measure. One set of 4 counts. So a whole note is going to take up a whole measure. So if you see a whole note, you would just play whatever note it was, a C or an F or an A or whatever it was. You'd play that one and count 1, 2, 3, 4. It's important that you don't just count however fast you want to go. If you're playing a song, it's supposed to go at the pace of the beats of the song. So some people see this and they're like, oh, that's a whole note. You're going to hold that for 4 seconds. But that's not really true. It's however fast the song is going, it's going to have its own pulses and its own beats. So you'd hold it for 4 of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That could be a whole note for a song that was going that fast. Or if it was a faster song, you go 1, 2, 3, 4. A slow song, 1. You get the idea. So that's a whole note, and you would hold it for 4 beats. If you have a whole note that also has a stem on it, it doesn't matter if the stem is going up or if the stem is going down, either one, that's going to be a half note. And it's going to be worth half of the measure or half the size of the whole note. So you're going to hold it out for 2 beats. So if you saw a half note on an F, you would count 1, 2. Or if it was on the second half of the measure, then you would count 3, 4. So this can be worth 1, 2. That was 2 beats. Or it could be worth 1, 2, 3, 4. That was 2 beats. Or it could go 1, 2, 3, 4. That was also 2 beats. So half notes, whether the stem goes up or down, doesn't matter. They're all worth 2 beats. Then the quarter note is worth 1/4 or 1/4 of the measure. And if there's 4 beats in each measure, then 1/4 of that, man, we're getting into some math here. I'm sorry, I didn't make the rules. It's going to be 1 beat. So each quarter note is worth exactly 1 beat. So you could fit, my goodness, this will be hopefully the last math. Nope, almost the last math we have to do for this lesson. So you could fit 4 of them in 1 measure. So you could have a quarter note and a quarter note and a quarter note and a quarter note on beats 1, beat 2, beat 3, and beat 4. It sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was 4 quarter notes, 1 beat on each one of them. Okay, so if you want a note that's even faster than that, faster than a quarter note, you'd have to split your beats into 2 parts because we just have 4 beats. So you could count with half beats instead. And the way that we count with half beats is by going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And now each of these is worth just half of a beat. That's half of a beat and that's half of a beat. So together, 1 and make up 1 beat. Yeah, we might need to go back and review some of this later. 1 and, that's 1 whole beat. Or 2 and, that's 1 whole beat. Or and 4, that would be 2 halves of a beat. So technically, that's 1 whole beat and 4. So we would be counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, but there was only 4 beats in there. I was just counting with halves of beats instead of whole beats. Okay, so if that makes any sense, then So sadly, the lesson preview has come to an end, and it's time to say goodbye to everyone watching the free streams. Of course, paying subscribers at learnpianolive.com can continue watching this lesson and several hundred others like it in the archives. So come on over and check us out, and if you like what you saw, at least like and subscribe, and then tell your friends to head on over to learnpianolive.com to start enjoying this journey with us.